First of all, Nuno, can you tell us how, we know they're not good, but can you tell us how Shabani and Jordao are after the midweek game against Reading?
Yes, Shabani unfortunately had an injury, serious injury, his knee, so he's going to be out for a long time. And Jordao was in his ankle, not so serious. Let's see how he does, but not so much time, I hope.
When you say a serious knee injury, do you know what the injury is?
ACL. He had a problem with his ligament, so it's a tough injury. But he's a young boy and strong boy. He'll come back stronger, of course.
Can you give us any idea whether you've got any other injury problems going into this game against Watford?
Yes, we have small injuries that we have to manage, things that we have to manage.
But nothing major?
No, it's enough, isn't
yes.
it? It's more than enough.
You got the point at Crystal Palace. A lot of people are saying that could be a springboard for the season. How do you see it?
I see it as tomorrow is a tough challenge again. We had so many games already this season. Always been very difficult games for us. We try to compete in every one of them. So tomorrow it's a tough challenge, and again we have to go and be ready for it.
You've yet to get 3 points in the Premier League this season. What makes you think that this could be the game to do it?
Because every game is a chance to improve and to perform good and try to play a good game. So.
In terms of the Watford team that you'll face, what sort of a team do you expect to meet on Saturday?
A very difficult team, a very good team, good players. Now with Kike taking charge of them, a very good manager. So we expect a very tough game. Players that know each other very well. That they proved that is a tough opponent for us.
You've come up against Kike in Spain, I think, before. Do you have am I right in saying that?
Yeah, probably, yeah. Yes, probably. We've been around a while now.
And is he a manager you know well? Have you got a good record against him?
Of course. Not only me, I think the world of football knows very well Kike. He's a fantastic manager with very good jobs around the world.
He lost 8-0, his team lost last weekend. What sort of a wounded animal do you think you will meet this weekend?
In the Premier, anything can happen. And last week and this week is going to be again. So for us, is analyze the game, all the games that we have a chance to see, we do it, so we can take important information for us to pass to the players. So not only this game against City, midweek game against Swansea, previous games. So all the games is a good opportunity for us to analyze and to take information from Watford in this case.
8-0 is a difficult result. It can knock confidence, I imagine. Have you ever had a result like that in football, and how did you bounce back?
I had, and everybody had in football, good moments and bad moments. And I always repeat myself, it's up and downs, and you have to be ready to bounce back again. So for us, it's also a moment to try and raise our standards.
Watford are a team you placed 3 times last season, losing twice FA Cup and in the league, and then winning there at Vicarage Road. You both had such fantastic seasons last year. How do you explain the position that both of you are in the table?
I explain because it's a tough competition. The Premier is a very tough competition. All the teams are very, very, very good, and it's tough. It's tough to compete. But like you said, what we did in the past doesn't mean anything. You have to challenge yourself again in the present, so we can build a better future for us.
Conor Coady was given the game offer during the week, which you haven't done for ages. How difficult is it to say to your captain, to someone like him, you're finally having a rest, and how does he take it?
He understands it. We made decisions for the game. Coady was not in the team, he was on the bench. Normal. He has to be like that. I think all the players understand the situation that we are and the challenge that we want to embrace. So everybody's ready for the decisions and to react immediately to be an option for the next game. Coady did that, so he's available for tomorrow.
Did any of the young players coming in show you what they can do to give them an opportunity this game against Watford, the players who played against Reading during the week?
Understand that it's not only about what we see in the games, it's about what you see, for example, in the under-23s when they work together, when they compete with the under-23s, when they train with us. It's based on that, and nobody has to prove to me anything. What we want is options to make us already strong to all the games that we had ahead of us. So nobody has to prove nothing to me or to anybody. They just have to compete and do the things that they always do every day.
This week, one of my colleagues spoke to Jean Martinho. He told him that he thinks he's maybe got another 5 years left in him. And that's something that everyone would be very hopeful of. What do you think? 5 more years in Jean Martinho, and could they be here?
I think I cannot anticipate the future, but in this moment, João is doing well. He competes like every member of the squad. Age is not a reflex based on our decisions. Young boys, experienced players, everybody is ready. In João is a case that he treats himself well, he respects, he trains very hard, so he's all ready to compete. How long? I hope a long time he can be around in football, because he's a top professional.
And just finally from me, Saiss got the 2 yellows, red card last week. It was Bolly the previous week. Is there any kind of concern from you that you have to speak to your players about just kind of staying out of tackles that they don't need to go into? Or is there any fear about you and kind of the disciplinary process at this club?
No, absolutely not. What we do is we speak to the player, we see what's going on, what was the reason for this double yellow card, what was the moment, and if we can make another approach and take a different decision. This is the work that we do. Hopefully they will not repeat the same mistakes again. Thank you.
Nuno, I spoke to one of the young players who played the other night, Taylor Perry, and I'm sure he speaks for the others too. He said it's a real educational experience being with the sort of players that he's able to work with. Obviously, Coutinho and Neves, and seeing them, he says he finds them very inclusive, and he can look for help just by watching them, but also asking for it. Is that a culture that the players themselves bring, or that you and your staff have instilled, or how's that come about? Because obviously it helps.
I will say it's about identity. If you want to build an identity in a club, you have to be open to receive new players, young players, and try to give them these identities based on principles, on tasks. And one of the aspects that this squad is that they understand that when a young player comes, because they were young before in other moments, and maybe the older player didn't have the same behavior and posture with him. So it's about helping and taking care of each other. When you want to build inside the club an identity of a way, not only of play, but a way to be in this building, to make an effort individual to help and make a part on the growing of a club. It has to be like that. And I'm happy, and I'm not happy because not only those that you mentioned, all the players of the first team, not only this season, since the beginning, every time a young boy comes to train with us, that's the idea to help him. And the best way that the young players is just to look around, because all the experienced players have the task themselves, have the momentum, have the timing, and there's no better way to teach a young player. Just take a look around and try to imitate and emulate what the good things that the older players do.
So when you bring senior players to the club, is that attitude, is that something you're looking for, as well as their playing attributes and what they do on the field? Are you looking for people who you feel are going to fit into that culture, who are going to be part of that? Because clearly you've got a squad of professionals who do that.
Yes, that's one of the concerns, but sometimes you cannot get together all this information. So the first aspect is if technical and tactical and as a footballer the player can fit and can help us, and if you can aggregate to that he has is willing to cooperate and live in an environment of no conflict, and an environment that is willing to help each other in every moment. Fantastic.
I wonder if that tells us a bit, that's reflected in the resilience shown by your players in games, because not every game has gone how you would want this season, and yet you've fought on right to the end and picked up late goals in 2 of them now to get you points. I wonder if that's a reflection of that character.
Absolutely, Mike. It is. Of course, it is. It's a bond. It's about the unity. It's about the team. It's about the spirit. That are species of cooperation, of of knowing that besides you have someone that is fighting alongside with you for the same idea. So he has to be from the beginning till the end, not only in the games, but every day and every weekend, every month through the season. So this is something that for me is the beginning of everything. The beginning of everything. The relationships among players is the beginning of everything.